Okay, so we have warm-up B. First up, we have the goblet squat combo with the wall butt kiss. So we'll go ahead and pick that kettlebell up. Okay, so she's going to grab it by the horns there, hold it close to the chest. Feet are out, knees are tracking over the toes. Okay, so your standard squat. Very nice. We'll go through those, and we'll go right into the butt kiss. So for this, it's just a hip hinge exercise. She's just pushing those hips back, keeping that belt close. And she's going to go down as far as those hamstrings will let her. So she wants to feel some tightness in those hamstrings. If not, then she's either curving the back too much or she's just really loose. So this is just more of a glute hamstring activator. Good, we'll go ahead and set that down. Okay, we're going to go right into the lunge, elbow to instep with a twist. So this is a little bit of a complicated, complex one. Big lunge. She's going to reach that inside elbow all the way down as far as she can. Some people can't reach the ground. And she's going to open it up with a twist. And we'll go right into another one. So steps right through. Outside hand supports, goes on the ground. Inside elbow reaches down and then opens up that same direction. So that's lunge, elbow to instep with a twist. Okay, now we'll go right into some tabletops. So this again is to activate the glutes, but it's also going to get a little bit of a shoulder stretch. So we want the fingers pointing straight back. Okay, again we want the toes off the ground, heels digging in to activate that posterior chain. Tabletop, we want to get as tall and flat as possible. Make sure that core stays engaged, belly button's pulled in. If she relaxes the core and overextends, go ahead and overextend. Keep going, up, 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 up. So if she doesn't keep that core active, then we get a little bit too much extension in the lumbar spine, which we don't want. Okay, go ahead and relax. Okay, we'll lay back down all the way. We'll go to the floor slides. So here the idea is to keep the elbows and the wrists all the way down on the ground. And you're going to slide those hands as high towards each other as you can without the elbows coming off the ground, without the wrists coming off the ground. And these are going to be really good for just overhead work, keeping that scapula in position. Good scapular stability exercise. We can also do this standing up on the wall, but we'll probably primarily do it on the floor just for space considerations. Okay, seated T-spine rotations. So here, she's going to get on her knees. The idea is to sit as far back on those heels as possible, which is going to lock those hips in position and is going to keep that lumbar from doing too much rotation. Because we want that T-spine to get most of the action here. So one hand goes behind the head. She's going to turn under and try and reach that elbow through the hole as far as possible. And then she's going to open it up. And again, we want to make sure we're watching those hips, make sure that butt stays down on those heels. If the hips come up, then we're going to get too much rotation through the lumbar spine, which we don't want. T-spine rotation good, lumbar spine rotation not so good. Okay, so that's one side, then she would just flip over and do the other side. Alright, now we've got tip overs with anterior cross reach. So you can do this at the wall, set some foam rollers up, or just do it in the rack. We're just going to do it in the rack. So here, we've got a loose knee. She's going to tip over, reach across her body. Okay, this reach is going to help allow that spine to stay straight. If you just have someone do this without reaching, they'll usually kind of bend their whole spine over. Go ahead and do the other side. So we're grounded into the ground with the heel, activating that hamstring and hip hinge complex. Perfect, and we're just watching that spine, making sure it's straight. Now, some people won't be able to go down as far just because of hamstring flexibility, but that is the tip over. And then you have your standard ring row, which we don't have one set up, so we won't cover that. But that's that.